in all my pain, in my distress, broken hearted, I've tried my best, I've been battered and tossed by life raging sea, but I still have my Savior who truly loves me. It's hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. No matter what may come my way, let's praise His name. Glory to you. I will bless your holy name.
Gospel 88.7 WEHA. It's more than music. It's ministry.
Port Republic, Atlantic City, and now on FM translator 100.3 W262CF, Atlantic City, Pleasantville.
Mark your calendars for a heartwarming celebration this Mother's Day. Join us on May 10th at 10 a.m. for the annual WEHA Mother's Day Brunch Buffet, held at Beacon Hall, 243 St. Louis Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. This year, we are thrilled to have Lady Praise as our fabulous host, bringing her energy and warmth to make this event unforgettable. And that's not all. Our inspirational keynote speaker will be the beloved Reverend Julia Moore, First Lady of the New Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Mays Landing, New Jersey. She will uplift and inspire us all with her powerful message. Gather your family and friends to honor the incredible mothers in our lives with good food, special musical guests, great company, and a beautiful atmosphere. Tickets are going fast at $25, so don't wait. Reserve your spot today. For more information and to get your tickets, visit our Facebook page or our website or call us at 609-641-8870, extension 2.
Mother Sylvia Jerkins and Evangelical Fellowship Church present the 2025 Black and White Reunion Ball, featuring entertainment and dinner on Saturday, May 3rd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Carriage House, 25 South Pitney Road, Galloway, New Jersey. Tickets are $125 for VIP seating and $100 for general seating, and include meal selections of filet mignon or glazed grilled salmon, to be decided at the time of ticket purchase. Tickets can be purchased through Zelle, Mother Sylvia Jerkins at gmail.com, Cash App, $EFC 521, or in person at Evangelical Fellowship Church, located at 521 Doughty Road, Pleasantville, New Jersey, on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. WEHA 88.7 FM, located at 1425 North Main Street, Pleasantville, New Jersey, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Phone number 609-641-8870. For more information, contact Evangelical Fellowship Church 521 at gmail.com. All are welcome. The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily those of WEHA, Gospel 88.7 and 100.3 FM. We Have Gospel, Spread the Gospel Inc., or any of its sponsors. WEHA is a listener-supported radio station. To make a donation, call 609-641-8870. Visit our headquarters at 3 Canal Drive, Egg Harbor Township, New Jersey, 08234. Or log on to our website, wehavegospel.com.
We have gospel.
just tuned in, you're listening to In the Community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish, right here on your two-time Stellar Award-winning gospel radio station, WEHA Gospel, 88.7, 100.3 FM. We have gospel. We are live in the studio on today, and please tell someone to call in, and we're going to have some good information, and we have some giveaways. We have some giveaways for you on today. This broadcast has been brought to you by the Hawks family businesses who've been serving the community and their customers for over 35 years. So we're just so glad that they are sponsoring our show in the community on today. So let me give you what's going on today. The New Mount Calvary Outreach Ministry has a free monthly distribution, and it's from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at 6755 Mill Road in Mays Landing, New Jersey. For more information, you can call 609-476-3671. All right. And the Community Assisted Food Pantry of the Union Baptist Temple, 335 North Pennsylvania Avenue in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Please use the Pennsylvania Avenue side. And every second Thursday of the month, they do this. The next one is May 8th. A distribution is from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. Also, Grace Tabernacle. Grace Tabernacle has been out there a long time with their food distribution, and they're there every Wednesday at 221 Shadeland Avenue in Pleasantville, New Jersey. They're there every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And Sister Jean's Kitchen is open every day. They are open every day from 11 to 1. They give out a hot meal. And then on Wednesdays, they do a distribution. Wednesdays and Thursdays, I believe. They do a distribution, and I'm supposed to know that because I'm on the board. But Wednesdays and Thursdays, they do a distribution, and you want to make sure that if someone needs some food, there are so many places that are available, but sometimes people just don't know where to go. All right, and so we just want to make sure that our listening audience is totally aware. Tonight, the NAACP Atlantic City 51st Annual Freedom Fund Gala is tonight, working on the promise of America. The doors will open at 6. The program is going to start at 7. It's going to be held at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, 1000 Boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm not sure if they're sold out, but they may have a couple of tickets left. And you can go to www.naacp.com/freedom. And Colleen Shabazz is the president. And Buster Suarez is going to be the guest speaker on this evening. So it's wonderful. And you want to be there. I'm going to be there, good Lord's will. That's why y'all see my hair all dolled up. I was out early this morning trying to get myself together for it tonight. So we're looking for you to be there on tonight. Listen, and on next week, the Evangelical Fellowship Full Gospel Church invites you to the Black and White Reunion Ball. And that's going to be on Saturday, May 3rd, 2025, 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Carriage House, 25 South Pitney Road, Galloway, New Jersey. The entry donation is $100. You can cash app $EFC 521, or you can Zelle Mother Sylvia Jerkins at gmail.com. This includes your food and a nice program, and it's always nice. And to have this reunion, they haven't done it in several years, but I'm excited to be there. I thought I had a gown, but I wore that already, so I got to go out and buy another one. But you want to be there on next week if you haven't gotten your tickets. Also, I am giving away 3 sets of tickets today. All right, and one And there are 2 tickets apiece. Okay, let me make sure I got everything here. Make sure I'm telling y'all everything that's going on in the community. I have 3 sets of tickets. There's going to be a bowling fundraiser with a wish. All right, and I'm donating 2 tickets for this. It's from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. This is going to be May 3rd. This includes your food, beverage, shoes, bowling, basket raffles are available. All right, and so you can call me for that. And you can call us at 609-641-8870. Those are 2 tickets for that. And then we have the Mother's Day brunch. Oh, I'm excited. I go to this every year. The WEHA Gospel Mother's Day brunch buffet, loving and honoring our mothers. And this is going to be on Saturday, May the 10th at 11 a.m. It's going to be held at the Beacon Hall, 243 South Lewis Avenue in Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. I have 2 tickets. The host is our very own Lady Praise, and the keynote speaker is Reverend Julia Moore. So we're going to give out 2 tickets for that, and you can call 609-641-8870. I'm going to save the other 2 tickets for after the break that we will be giving away on today. Let me see here. I'm live in the studio. Y'all can see that. Oh, I want everybody to know that the primary election will be on June 10th. If you are not registered to vote, the deadline to register to vote will be May the 20th for the primary election. And if you want to apply for a mail-in ballot by mail, you have until Tuesday, June the 3rd to apply for a mail-in ballot. So we want to make sure that everyone knows that. Early voting will be June the 3rd, Tuesday, June the 3rd through Sunday, June the 8th. That will be early voting. So we want to make sure that the listening audience is totally aware of everything that is going on. All right. What's going on in Mays Landing? The Township Municipal Alliance, they are having a committee open to ages 50 and plus, a 6-week program from May the 3rd to June the 7th. Starting times is 9 a.m. and they're going to be walking. All right, they're going to meet at the Woodview Assisted Living, 5030 Emily Boulevard in Mays Landing, and it's a free walking program, walking for wellness, 50 and up. Step it up. You know, as you get older, you got to step it up. You know, the bones and stuff or the muscles are not like they used to be. And I think this is really, really nice that they are doing this. And for more information, you can call Diane Fox at 609-457-7899. So if you're 50 and up, I would be joining them, but that's the time of my show. So I'm not able to join them on that walk. But if you're 50 and up and you want to join the walk, please join the walk. And I want you to stay healthy during this particular time. I've been up and I've been trying to watch the draft. Oh my goodness. And it's been very interesting, excited to see some of the things that are going on in there. I'm still looking for Shador Sanders, but he didn't get picked yet. I don't know why, but you know, I hope he does. I hope he gets it in the 3rd round. All right, I just wanted y'all to know that I do watch football. Okay, I do have grandsons that have played football, that are playing football, you know, so it's very exciting. All right, and one more announcement I have here. Recycle, family fun, vendors, food tickets, shredding, e-waste games, and more. This is going to be held on Saturday, May the 3rd at the Oak Crest High School from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. They do recycling, reuse, all kind of stuff. And it's like a sustainable day, and it's very, very nice. I've been going for the last 3 or 4 years that they've been doing this, and it's a very, very nice event. You can bring your stuff that needs to be shredded, and they have all kind of vendors that are there on that day. And certainly, you want to go over there, even if it's only for an hour or two. You want to go over there and see how to protect their environment and what they're doing over there in Hamilton Township at Oak Crest School. So we are here. Let me see here. Put the mic on with Fran Kuhn from the Atlantic County Workforce Development. And he has been coming here close to 2 years, I believe, and giving us information that is going on. And I love to tell people to go over to South Main Street. You know, there's a lot of things that are going on, and a lot of times people don't know what is happening. And this is the reason why I'm very grateful that he takes time out of his busy schedule to come here to make sure that my listening audience is totally aware of what's going on in our community. And we're going to be talking about a variety of things today, all right? Well, one thing that we're going to be talking about, and I was so glad that I think last month or the month before, he told us about the monies that are still here in Atlantic County. So you don't have to get all worked up. No matter what you're seeing nationally, Atlantic County is intact. You know, so I really was happy that he announced that, and I constantly want to tell people that. And also, it's coming up for the deadline for the Real ID. Okay, May the 7th. It was the deadline. There's no way people can really get in right now because it's just packed out. A lot of people waited to the last minute, and or maybe they didn't know. And when they really found out that this was true, then they tried to rush and get there, and it's backed up, and it's causing a lot of frustration. Okay, but this is something else you can do. There's another alternative. You can get a passport card, okay, and a passport. They might be a little faster than the Real ID, and you can use that. That's another alternative. The passport card is $30, but you cannot go outside the country with the passport card. You must have the passport. Now, I have the passport, I have the passport card, and I have the Real ID because, you know, I just have to be prepared. I have all three. But if you're not in line, now I understand that if your license need to be renewed, then you're able to get the Real ID at that time. Okay, but if there's things that you know that you're going to do, they're booked up through August. I know because people are telling me that they're trying to get in, and they're going everywhere to Deptford, Manahawkin, and it's booked up everywhere. So the only other alternative is to get a passport card, which can be used right now for you to fly domestically, and also to get into federal buildings, because if you don't have the Real ID, you cannot get into the federal buildings, places like the Social Security, any federal building, you will not be able to get into without a Real ID. And it's so funny because I asked a lot of people, do you have a Real ID? And he said, sure I do. But when you look on your license, it will say this is not an ID. That you don't have a real one. If you don't have that little gold star in the right-hand corner at the top, you do not, and I repeat, have a Real ID. Okay, now, we can go back to Mr. Fran Kuhn, the Executive Director for the Atlantic County Workforce Development. And we're here today to talk about, we're going to start talking about the youth program. I would like an update on the summer youth program employers and applicants.
Got it. So we are now 2 weeks away from our launch for the first cohort for the Summer Youth Employment Program. I'm happy to say that it seems to be really well received, and people are responding. These would be kids and young adults between the ages of 16 and 24 who would be eligible for this. One of the things that's really wonderful about this program is the eligibility for it is merely you're either in school or you're out of school and between the ages of 16 and 24, legally in the United States. But the opportunity is for those kids who want to participate to earn $3,400, $17 an hour, 25 hours a week for 8 weeks. So we have over 320, I think 325 applications right now. Now, an application just means that there is someone interested. They have to complete the packet of information. If you go and you Google Atlantic County Workforce, you will be taken to the website where the county has all that information posted. There is an application for both employers and job seekers. So the issue right now, we have 77 employers that are registered with us right now, which
That's
is
great.
awesome.
That's great.
So we have a very, very diverse group of employers too, which is one of the things that we really wanted to focus on. We have the hospitality, retail, and tourism, of course, but we also have EMTs. We have one of the things that has happened is that the representative's office and Sarah, and I just forgot Sarah's last name, but Sarah's the deputy that represents Claire Swift, Don Guardian, and Senator Palestina. She has 2 people that are going to be working with her on reviewing the bills
Wow.
that are sitting in Trenton. So I think that's awesome because
That is
it's just a
awesome.
really, really diverse opportunity. If someone is interested and they're going to college in political science or some kind of liberal arts, emphasis with that as their thought going forward, they have the opportunity to actually be exposed to it. We have a couple of people that are being assigned to the National Aerospace Research and Technology Park
Wow.
with Diacon.
Over in Egg Harbor Township?
Over in Egg Harbor Township out by the airport. We have, I said, the EMTs. We have a funeral director
Wow.
that is interested in working and has had people in the past work with them. So it's a very, very diverse group of employers, and we're still grabbing employers now because they're hearing more and more about this program. The Casino Control Commission has provided us with a list of employers to reach out to as well. So we're looking at those folks, and we're also hoping that some of the employers who get involved in the Summer Youth Employment Program engage with us on a year-round opportunity because we also have all the work-based learning associated with that. But the important thing for everyone to know is that this is going to end up being a first-come, first-served kind of thing. We have the opportunity for about 325 slots. I mentioned that we have about 325 applications right now. We probably have about 140 that are absolutely complete. There are, I believe there are 100 applications from Atlantic City right now that are complete.
Okay.
We're looking for more exposure to Pleasantville and Pleasantville's youth population because we focused 50 slots specifically for them. I have a program that I'm working on with the prosecutor's office. Now, it's not finalized yet. They're in talks with the judges right now.
Okay.
But they're looking at some of the kids who have not been formally adjudicated yet as a diversion program to put them into this program so that if they complete the program, they do the work hours associated with the program, their charges would be dropped.
Wow.
So
That's huge.
it is huge. And it's, I'm saying that, I don't know if I get in trouble for saying that before the judges approved it, but it's an awesome creative way of looking at some of the opportunities for some of the kids who are who've made a bad choice, maybe just in the spur of the moment or whatever, and are trying to fix things. And this is not only a great way to be able to demonstrate that they realize that they made a bad choice, but it also gives them the opportunity to earn some money in the summer, help their family, help themselves, and learn all at the same time. So I'm looking at win-win-wins all over the place.
Now, this program is from ages 16 to 24.
Correct.
Now, just because your child is not 16 and cannot participate in this program, don't mean that they can't go to the grocery stores
Right.
or McDonald's or the fast food places to get a job. They can still work. They just can't work a part of this program.
Correct. The other thing to think about is if you are 14 or 15, I mean, if you have an employer that's interested, then obviously you have to go through the working paper process.
Right.
That process is streamlined and much, much easier than it has been in the past. So there are contacts, and I believe it's online. It does not have to be the other challenges with the program, especially with working papers, was the physical.
Right.
Physical is not part of this anymore. So they have the parent's signature, the authorization, and submission to Trenton to get the approval for the working papers, but it's not nearly the process that it used to be.
Exactly. When I was getting working papers years ago, you had to get a physical and all, go to the high school
Right.
to get your paperwork.
Right.
And I don't know if that's still the same process, but I just wanted to put that out there because people say, well, my kid is not 16. Well, that doesn't mean they can't work. They just can't work for this particular
Correct.
program because it's 16 to 24. So we wanted to make sure everyone was aware of that. And I think it's kind of good for young people to go to work and earn money and do some
Right.
things for themselves.
Right.
It's a part of growing up. It's a part of responsibility. And I think it's a great idea.
Pleasantville, the city of Pleasantville is going to be participating in this program. We're trying to, in years past, Trina Bird has been working with the program, and she's have her own
Yeah.
structure for working with the kids in that program. There are, I believe, one of the churches, I'm not sure, in Pleasantville has also signed. There's a couple of the churches that are signed up to work with the program. I'd have to go back and look at the list. I looked briefly at the list of 77, and that still seems to be growing. But there are a number of community-based organizations as well.
That's
that are
good.
participating because it's an opportunity to have labor.
Right.
There's also an opportunity to teach kids what you do and give them exposure and have them actually do some of the work associated with that business or with that organization. So it's just a wonderful opportunity all the way through. The county's really heavily involved in this as well. I mean, the elections office is participating. The One Stop is participating. I think we're taking 4 or 5 kids
That's
in
good.
total, both the state and the local area. So, yeah, it's going to be an opportunity to give them a lot of exposure, hopefully, because, I've talked about this before, the county's employment, they're still down some people that they would like to fill vacancies. And this is an opportunity, again, to give kids exposure to the opportunity to build a career through the county as well.
Absolutely. So there are some job opportunities available, and this is the reason why I like you coming here to make people aware. Because people are saying, "I'm looking, and I can't find anything."
Well, it's
so
funny because the veterans had a job fair during the week over in Atlantic City, and I was talking to the ES manager, who's Paul McClellan. He was saying that they had about 1,200 people there. So it wasn't necessarily all just veterans, but supposedly the casino said that they were looking to fill about 1,700 jobs.
Oh, so there are some opportunities that are available, for you.
Those are the numbers that they provided. So yes, there is even if they had 1,200 people there and they gave every one of those people jobs, there's still, according to the numbers, there's still 500 jobs.
Right, that are available.
So it's, if you're looking for employment, depending on where you're looking, I would encourage people to go to the One Stop. I'll talk a little bit more about some of the things that they can do there, but they can help job match people that are interested in looking for employment opportunities.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm really, really happy about that. The opportunities that are available, and we want the listener audience. Maybe you don't need it, but you know someone who does.
Right.
You can tell them about it, and they can go and get these try for these opportunities that are available. We have about just a little time. But I wanted to just discuss the one-stop youth programs. I wanted to discuss that a little bit.
Right, and I can just kind of lead in with the teaser on this, that there are a number of other programs that run year-round besides the Summer Youth Employment Program, and we can get into. We just released a request for proposals for the in-school youth programs that operate within the county, as well as we're going to have to renew our contracts for the out-of-school youth programs. We also have the New Jersey Youth Corps, which
Right.
is a separate program that I can get into explaining exactly who fits into those programs and how they engage the members of the community. But in-school youth is basically in-school youth. It's a different eligibility population. It's 14 to 21.
Right.
They are served in structured settings right now. The two contracts that we have are with the Atlantic County Special Services School District
Right.
and with the Atlantic City Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So those programs are getting ready. We just sent out the competitive process, because it is a competitive process for those contracts. And the out-of-school youth is a 3-year contract, so we're rolling into the 3rd year in July of this year. New Jersey Youth Corps is a separate program that deals specifically with kids that do not have a high school diploma. Reverend Odiga Maddox is
Right.
the manager
Reverend.
in charge.
Not deacon. Reverend.
Reverend.
Listen, we're going to keep those dials locked. We'll be right back. We're getting ready for a commercial break.
Mark your calendars for a heartwarming celebration this Mother's Day. Join us on May 10th at 10 a.m. for the annual WEHA Mother's Day Brunch Buffet, held at Beacon Hall, 243 St. Louis Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. This year, we are thrilled to have Lady Praise as our fabulous host, bringing her energy and warmth to make this event unforgettable. And that's not all. Our inspirational keynote speaker will be the beloved Reverend Julia Moore, First Lady of the New Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Mays Landing, New Jersey. She will uplift and inspire us all with her powerful message. Gather your family and friends to honor the incredible mothers in our lives with good food, special musical guests, great company, and a beautiful atmosphere. Tickets are going fast at $25, so don't wait. Reserve your spot today. For more information and to get your tickets, visit our Facebook page or our website, or call us at 609-641-8870, extension 2.
Returning after rave reviews to the Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City this Mother's Day weekend, L. Arnold Productions proudly presents this electrifying gospel musical, When the Child Cries, written and directed by Juilliard playwright and director Lee Harris, featuring amazing gospel singers and songs, including special guests from the Teddy Pendergrass Band, singer Don Connor, and world-renowned saxophonist Robert Landham. A must-see stage play, appropriate for all ages. Returning with rave reviews on Saturday, May 10th at 7 p.m. at the Superstar Theater of the Resorts Casino Hotel, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Tickets are $45, $55, $65, or $85 for a VIP booth. For tickets, you can contact Ticketmaster. For more information, you can call 856-562-0964. Don't miss the perfect Mother's Day gift, the electrifying gospel musical, When the Child Cries.
Listen, as a hiring manager, I've got to tell you, the best job candidate isn't always the typical candidate. Sometimes they're a grad of life.
Meet the grads of life. Young adults of unique determination and experience, an ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Sometimes the best candidates aren't the ones you're used to.
Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent.
Mark your
Brought to you by the
calendars
Ad
for
Council
a
and
heartwarming
gradsoflife.org.
celebration this Mother's Day. Join us on May 10th at 10 a.m. for the annual WEHA Mother's Day Brunch Buffet, held at Beacon Hall, 243 St. Louis Avenue, Egg Harbor City, New Jersey. This year, we are thrilled to have Lady Praise as our fabulous host, bringing her energy and warmth to make this event unforgettable. And that's not all. Our inspirational keynote speaker will be the beloved Reverend Julia Moore, First Lady of the New Mount Calvary Baptist Church in Mays Landing, New Jersey. She will uplift and inspire us all with her powerful message. Gather your family and friends to honor the incredible mothers in our lives with good food, special musical guests, great company, and a beautiful atmosphere. Tickets are going fast at $25, so don't wait. Reserve your spot today. For more information and to get your tickets, visit our Facebook page or our website or call us at 609-641-8870, extension 2.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the second best thing about driving home is listening to WEHA. The best thing is getting there. And that's why I'm glad when I finally get home, I can listen to WEHA on my computer. It's easy. All you have to do is go to wehavegospel.com. Not only can I hear the station, I can also see what's playing at the time as well as what has already played before. You know, sometimes I'll hear a song on the radio and I want to know the name of the song and where I can get it from, you know. And when I need to go to another website, I can always use the pop-out player to keep WEHA playing in the background while I browse the web. They make it so easy for me at wehavegospel.com. You got to check it out. Mother Sylvia Jerkins and Evangelical Fellowship Church present the 2025 Black and White Reunion Ball featuring entertainment and dinner on Saturday, May 3rd from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Carriage House, 25 South Pitney Road, Galloway, New Jersey. Tickets are $125 for VIP seating and $100 for general seating and include meal selections of filet mignon or glazed grilled salmon to be decided at the time of ticket purchase. Tickets can be purchased through Zelle, Mother Sylvia Jerkins at gmail.com, Cash App, $EFC 521, or in person at Evangelical Fellowship Church, located at 521 Dowdy Road, Pleasantville, New Jersey, on Sundays from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. WEHA 88.7 FM, located at 1425 North Main Street, Pleasantville, New Jersey, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Phone number 609-641-8870. For more information, contact Evangelical Fellowship Church 521 at gmail.com. All are welcome.
Wake up to Morning Glory with gospel duo Duncan and Rachel.
Every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. on WEHA 88.7 and 100.3 FM.
And the King of Glory shall come in.
If you just tune in, you're listening to In the Community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish, right here on your two-time Stellar Award-winning gospel radio station, WEHA Gospel, 88.7, 100.3 FM. We have gospel. And we're here. Listen, I'm trying to give 2 tickets away for the Mother's Day brunch, which will be May. I thought this is May 10th. I thought that's supposed to be May 10th. May 10th. Right. May 10th at 11 a.m. at Beacon Hall, 243 South St. Louis Avenue. So if you would like these 2 tickets to go to this wonderful brunch, good food, just a great time, music, everything. I go every year, and I'm just excited to be going this year, good Lord's will. Call us in at 609-641-8870 to receive those tickets. All right. And We want to give a shout out to everybody who's on listening. I can't see everybody, but we want to thank Jerome Stanley for tuning in to us this morning. Deborah Dozier, she is all the way in Michigan, and she tuned in to the show for us on today. Thank you so much. Enjoy your vacation while you're there, but thank you for tuning in. Judith Chamberlain Walton, thank you so much. She says, I'm sharing this program. Carolyn Barksdale, thank you. And to your guests today, all right? Thank you, Dr. Witherspoon and First Lady Parrish, WHA, to your guests today and listeners. Also, yes, Lady Parrish, my co-host, the program is for everyone in Atlantic County. The youth program is for kids in EHG, the entire Atlantic County.
Correct.
All right, someone is calling in for these tickets. Ooh. Oh, let me make sure I got the phone on. Hello?
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
With the spoon.
Hi, how are you? Who's calling?
Michelle Carpenter, how are you?
I'm good, Michelle Carpenter. Thank you. Well, you won the 2 tickets to the Mother's Day brunch, which will be on the 10th. All right. So I don't have nobody working the thing, but I know how to get in touch with you.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this down, and you will be getting these tickets. Probably you can just show up at you can show up at the Mother's Day brunch buffet, and the tickets will be at the door for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. You. All right, God bless you too.
All right, love you.
Love you too. All right, I got to write her name down because sometimes you forget stuff. Not you, I do.
We all do.
Okay. All right, congratulations to Michelle Carpenter. Now I have 2 other tickets I want to give away, and that is for the electrifying gospel musical When the Child Cries, written and directed by Lee Harris, a must-see stage play, and this is going to be Saturday, May the 10th at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Superstar Theater Resorts Casino Hotel in Atlantic City. All right, so I have 2 more tickets. If you would like those tickets, call us in at 601-641-8870. All right, so I got to go back to those who are online. My cousin Annette Houston is tuning in all the way from the state of North Carolina. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show on today. Now let me see. Okay, let's see who else. Oh Lord, someone else is calling in. Hold on. Hello. Okay, they're going. Hello. Well, when it stops ringing, I can say hello. Hello? Hello? Okay. Call back. I don't know what's going on, but you call back because you're going to win these tickets. Hello? All right. I don't know what's happening right now, but we're going to let those persons win. So, Annette Houston, thank you for calling in to our show on today. Not calling in, but signing in to our show in the community all the way. Okay. I'm going to stop talking. I'm not supposed to pick up the phone. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Who's calling?
Sharice Moulton.
Oh, Sharice Moulton. Thank you, Sharice. I've not heard from you in a while. You got Fran Coon smiling. Oh, you should see the smile on his face. You can't see it, but you might could because you won 2 tickets to the Superstar play. Thank you for calling into the show today.
Thank you very much.
All right. And so you
Have a good day.
All right, thank you. All right. All right, we gave those 2 tickets away. So I was souped up about that. That's really, really nice. All right, I got to get back to my interview. All right. But we want to thank everyone who tunes into our show every day, who's listening to us on the radio. We do appreciate that. You listening to us, and we're telling everybody who's calling in to us, and so on and so forth. But we're going to go back to our interview with Fran Kuhn. He is the Atlanta County Executive Director for the Atlanta County Workforce Development, and we have been talking about the youth programs that were available in Atlanta County. And yes, it's for the entire Atlanta County. So many was slotted for Atlanta City. I said I'm hearing things. I know I'm not. I'm a little tired, but I know I'm not that tired. All right, but anyway, so many was slotted for Atlanta City and Pleasantville, but it's open for the entire Atlanta County.
Right.
All right, so we want to make sure that everybody knows about that. Now, there are some what new programs are there for public assistance for families? Because you have people who need help with their rent, need help with utilities, all kind of stuff is going on and happening. What programs are available?
Obviously, when you talk about rent and utilities, there's the LIHEAP program, which is this isn't the season for it right now, unless there's something changing that I'm not aware of. But we're focused right now on trying to move people from a reliance on public assistance to sustainable employment.
Right.
So we've got, I think I mentioned last month, the supported work program that we're using for people that are on public assistance. If they don't have a real well-established work history, a lot of the times the requirements associated with receiving public assistance is that you have to be in a work activity, but the work activity is not a paid work activity.
No.
So the expectation is that you're supposed to be learning some kind of skills through this unpaid work activity, but the idea of unpaid work activity just doesn't seem to translate real well.
Well, if you don't, it's mandatory, because if you don't do it, then you lose your public assistance.
Correct.
But when you do that program, you don't have insurance or anything during that particular 30 days.
Correct. One of the things that the state has realized is that program is not working as well as it is expected to. So they've shifted their philosophy about mandates, and there's all kinds of requirements associated with how you should be receiving those services and participating in those services, and they've shifted to, well, let's just identify the needs of the individual and see what we can do to help them remove that barrier so they become more employable. So the idea now is that if people are coming in, they're coming in to receive some kind of assistance with whatever barriers, whether that's, I don't have a high school diploma, I need some more help in building a resume or having references and recommendations. So that's the whole idea of supported work. Supported work provides them with the opportunity to be employed through the Workforce Development Board for 29 hours a week at whatever those wages are. Now, the challenge to that is that while they're receiving this paid work experience, it can affect their benefits because it is a wage.
It does affect.
So we have to prepare them for that. So the general assistance population is usually the one that we're focusing on, because they're basically the amount that they're receiving is like $182 a month. So as they begin working at $17, $18 an hour, they're immediately going to exceed that.
Right.
Once that happens, then they're going to be earning more through this program. This program can run for up to 5 months with the opportunity to possibly be offered a job at the end.
But now it's going 5 months now, because before it went 30 days.
Right.
And I know because I've worked with people with these programs, and they were scared to death not to get sick
Correct.
Because they didn't have no medical insurance.
Right.
And it kind of keeps people in a cycle that they don't want to because they can't afford the benefits. The medical benefits are very expensive. Now there are other programs now that are available for New Jerseyans.
One of the things about this program, it will affect your cash benefits. It will affect the cash, but it should not affect your medical benefits because the amount you're earning is not going to exclude you and disallow or make you ineligible for Medicaid.
And so that's the new thing because that's not how it was before.
No, because the Medicaid eligibility is so high, so
Right.
much higher. This particular job, now once you get, let's say for instance, you're working at Meadowview Nursing Home.
Right.
And you're working in some capacity and you finish that 5 months and they offer you a job. Once you get a job,
That's different.
then you're on the state health benefits program, which
Right.
is light years better than anything
Correct.
that Medicaid can offer you.
Correct.
So the objective is not to create more barriers for the individuals, but to give them the opportunity to take advantage of the resources that are there on behalf of that public provider, because this particular program can only be offered in the public sector.
I understand.
But the other idea with this is to give people the opportunity to have real work experience that they're getting paid for, and not a nonprofit or a government agency who really isn't intent on hiring everyone to bring people in to have work experience, but it's unpaid just because they have to, because they're receiving benefits.
Right.
I've never been a fan of unpaid work experience. They call it community work experience.
They call it community, and depending on where you come from, they call it slavery.
Well,
anyway, no, that's what know.
And I can't argue that. I mean, obviously the state is going to argue, no, we're giving them skills. But when you look at, the experience that they're getting, I don't know that they're building that much in the way of skills.
That's great. And free labor.
And it is free labor.
Free labor.
And it is, at least in my impression and what I've seen and surveying and talking to the folks that are experiencing it, it's demeaning.
Yes, free labor is slavery.
So we want to be able to give them the opportunity to build skills.
I agree.
To recognize the service that they're providing, and to be actually to fund that, to reinforce that, so that they understand that there is an opportunity here to remove that reliance on public assistance and
Right.
move them into the society.
That's the positive side of it. That's the positive side, because they can get that work experience
Right.
and perhaps get a job. It's not guaranteed, but get a job working there, which will take them to higher wages and a better quality of life.
There is a grant that is out there right now. It's a digital literacy grant, but it is targeting people that are receiving public assistance.
Okay.
We're working in conjunction with Atlantic Cape Community College right now. Atlantic Cape Community College is going to file the application for that grant.
Okay, that's good.
To see if we can receive it, and then obviously we'll work with them. But the idea there is to help people who have limited computer skills or technology skills, don't know how to work with video conferencing, don't know how to turn on the computer, very, very basic, could be more advanced skills, and then move them into, because of their understanding and skill development relative to that aspect of dealing with technology, that they can move into the opportunities to apply for jobs and to make connections with employers who have identified needs.
Okay, well, I thank you for that. We have a few minutes to talk about the health care.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to make sure that I covered that and covered any events that were coming up. We wanted some healthcare industry updates for Shore Medical Center and Atlantic Care.
There was a visit with the One Stop Career Center staff. They visited Shore Medical Center, I believe, last week. They had a conversation with Vince Azzarello, who is the vice president of HR. He's also one of our board members. Conversations about the frontline staff that they need in order to support the industry. That would be the nursing assistants, the patient care techs, some of the surgical technicians associated. All of those are opportunities that we provide for training for those individuals. So the conversation centered around those individuals and making the connection so that as we train people in those categories,
right,
they can be ready to receive them and that they will accept them. We've had some struggles similarly with Atlantic Care because the training that the people are receiving is not adequate for the needs of Atlantic Care and in some of those positions. So we want to make sure that if we're training people,
right, that they can get a
we're
job,
meeting the needs of the employer.
Right.
So
right.
it's important to have those conversations so that if we're talking to people and saying, hey, we can get you a job here,
right,
that we can get them a job there.
And so I'm not going to call this particular agency that trained some people and told them they have the job. They got the certificates, but they haven't received the job.
Right.
So you want to make sure that when you get this training that you can't guarantee, but they have an opportunity to apply for a job that they were trained for.
We need to build that pipeline directly to the employer.
Right.
The employer has identified needs. They're also, they have vacancies and they have staffing shortages in certain areas. We want to be able to understand clearly what those needs are, what are the training, what's the certifications, what kind of credentials they need in order to employ that person so that they're meeting that need that they've identified. And what we find is that the best way to do that is to have those conversations and have specific conversations about those job titles and what it is that they're looking for specifically. Some of the time, it's not just the job title, it's the skill that goes along with that may be another skill or another service that they're providing in that capacity. So if you're a medical assistant, they want someone that can also provide phlebotomy,
right,
or
at the same
provide
time.
injections, or some of those things. And some of the trainings that we pay for from private career schools don't necessarily have that.
Okay, well, we're going to work all that out.
So we have to customize the training.
You have to customize the training. Now, are there any events that are coming up that our listening audience needs to be aware?
On Wednesday's April 30th, am I right?
Yes.
There is April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. I don't know if your listeners knew that or not, but there is a pinwheel event. Kind of the pinwheels are supposed to be addressing the whimsical, nature of children and the carefree nature of children. And we want to kind of recognize that and kind of reinforce that. But there will be an event between 11 and 1 at the courtyard between the Atlantic City Government Office and the Atlantic County Government Office.
Oh, have they finished the courtyard?
That's a good question. I don't
because
know.
Because
I think it's supposed to be there. I might have to check that and make sure. But there is a flyer associated with that. Youth Services Commission, actually, Sharice, should know where that's going to be held.
Oh, wow.
So she's with the Youth Services Commission now. But that event is happening on Wednesday. There are multiple events. You mentioned the one on May 3rd, the Green event, which I have participated in at Oakcrest, which you're right, it is a fantastic event. There are vendors that can be there, but a lot of that is focused on environment and green energy and those kind of things. So you have solar representatives there. You also have recycling ACUAs there. So that is being held at Oakcrest. At the same time, there is a resource carnival being held at the Hess School on Babcock Avenue. And Atlantic City Boys and Girls Club is having a job introduction event. So there's going to be a number of people that are talking about jobs available for the youth and I guess the kids of Atlantic City and whoever else wants to come and participate in that. So we're spread all over the county on the 3rd.
On the 3rd, there's a lot going on.
To share that information with everybody.
So the Hess School is on the 3rd. The green sustainable is at Oakcrest at 10.
Correct.
And the, what else?
And the Atlantic City Boys and Girls Club.
Atlantic City Boys and Girls Club.
I guess it would be a job fair with introductions to job titles associated.
Okay, they're doing a job fair on that day, and then it's the black and white bowl, and then
May 3rd seems to be
May
a really,
3rd
really big
seems to
day.
be a little hot day. What would you like to leave with our listening audience today?
I think that the main thing that I want to share today is encouraging people, if they have youth between the ages of 16 and 24 and they say, we're looking for opportunity for summer employment, the time is now to submit the applications, because like I said, if we have 325 applications now that are not complete, but we have about 140 that are.
So where can they go? Because before we get cut off,
They need to go to they Google Atlantic County Workforce, go to either the youth application, or if they're an employer, they want to participate in the program, they can go to the employer side of that equation. I think that's a fillable PDF. They can complete that. Someone will reach out to them and get them set up to be participating in the program.
thank you. Did you enjoy our program today? I know you did. Thanks for tuning in to In the Community with Dr. Thelma Witherspoon and First Lady Paris. I want to thank our special guest, Rand Coon, Executive Director from Atlantic County Workforce Development. Keep those dials locked. We'll see you on next week.